Good morning, this is Suniti. Today we are going to address the question of when to repot your orchid. This orchid that I have, the Phalaenopsis, I've had for about a year and a quarter, and I have never repotted it. And the reason I didn't was because it was in bloom, and then it was in rebloom, and now it is spiking, this beautiful spike, and I just never got around to repotting it. So it is very, very tight in its pot, lots of roots, and has big, huge leaves. And I'm afraid that if I don't do something now, maybe it'll not give out a healthy spike, or it'll compromise the health. So what I did was, I had a look at it. I'll show you. So it is inside this pot, and this is the orchid inside it. As you can see, there are lots of roots, and it is practically laden with roots that are crowded in there. And you can see here too, running around the edge there. So really, this needs repotting quite clearly. There's hardly any medium and more roots. I tried to hack some holes in there this morning, with a cutter, and try to see if that will help, but I don't think that will, and I'm afraid that the cut edges will hurt the roots. So I'm going to take this out of its pot, and what I did was I pre-soaked the roots to make them a little more flexible, otherwise they might snap. And I am not in favor of trimming or cutting, because somehow I think nature has its own way of doing it, and I'm not going to interfere. Now, the way the orchid naturally sits on the tree would be like this, pointing like this, pointing, can you see the root of it, the crown of it, pointing upwards, and these roots tether it to the bark, and that's how it would grow. But of course, in our pots we make them sit upright, and that is not their natural position. Anyway, what I'm going to do is take it out of its pot first. Now, actually this is very difficult. It's jammed in there, and I don't want to damage it, so what I'm going to do is cut it out.